Hello everyone, this is Scarzig, and welcome back to another episode of Duelyst. Today we're going to be playing some Magmar. So let's hop right in, shall we? Where is my deck? There it is. Big Fish Magmar. This deck relies on 2 copies of Dagona and 2 copies of Grandmaster Kraigon to carry us through in the late game. We've got some standard mid-range good stuff like Pterodon, Thunderhorn, and Lava Slasher, of course. So, right off the bat, the Egmorph is... it's nice to have removal against Riva. It's just that the Thumping Wave is a little bit nicer because you can just transform something and have it start moving towards you. Like if he plays a Heartseeker that I can't get my hands on, then the Egmorph isn't as good. I kind of want to keep the Healing Mystic just for the sake of having healing, but I do have Blood Tier Alchemists in this deck, which really help in this matchup. But we also have Earth Sphere. So this hand is looking kind of good. We'll have to see how my opponent, plays this match. Because if he's like standard Riva, I might be able to just close the distance early and just start hitting him really hard. But if he's like if he ends up being Artifact Riva, then we might like just get kited into oblivion. So luckily we can protect our back with the Pterodon. And this bad boy is large enough to take backstabs. And the natural selection is really, really good here. Even if he does miss Dragon Seal, we'll still be able to kill the Katara. And I was thinking about maybe, instead of Pterodon, maybe running Rage Binders in this deck. Because there's a chance that it gives you a little bit of healing. The Rebirth makes it a little bit stickier. It's just that, the bond effect on the Rage Binder, kind of wants you to run the Golem package, and that ends up being like a really mid-rangey threat that I didn't feel like messing with, Wow. So right off the bat, he's got Mist Dragon Killing Edge to take out my 3-drop, which is fine because that's a bunch of damage that we don't have to take. So this allows us to natural selection this thing. Is it better to... I know I'm going to regret replacing the Earth Sphere, but I think it's better to have removal in this situation. And I think that we need to be the aggressor. Warbeast is great. If he wants to run this way, and then Heartseeker here, we can take the Mana Tile with Young Silithar and punish with Warbeast. And no doubt my opponent is considering that line, so he probably wants to take this mana from me, because he can walk up, summon a minion on the mana, then Heartseeker back here, potentially body blocking for it. Oh, he's gonna move down. Interesting. So if my opponent were to move here and Heartseeker here, I still have access to that whole thing with Warbeast. It's a matter of, oh shit, Thunderhorn. You don't say. That's pretty solid. That's really solid actually, because I can't just clear it with Warbeast. The 5 HP is a really important point. I could summon my own Thunderhorn, but in Songhai, you know how it is. With Songhai, the Thunderhorn ends up being just really, really obnoxiously good. So we're just going to Thumping Wave and Overload. And we want to keep the pressure up. We want to try to be aggressive, I would say, in this matchup. Even though this is a control deck, we can still get these hits in here and there when we can. Try to keep our opponent from getting too big, getting too far ahead of us. And this is turning into one of those matchups where I'm like, man, should have kept that Earth Sphere. But I think that the Pterodon saving us from that big Katara backstab is really, really huge for us. We have natural selection for Heartseeker. We also have 6 mana natural next turn, so we can Warbeast. Geomancer. Okay, yeah, so things just got real. So we can move here, move the young Silithar here, War Beast here. Where would I rather be? Yeah, I need to step down here with my general rather than stepping above him, I think. Because he could just bangle and run this way. Whereas if I step here and he like bangles and runs up here, we can still reach him. I can potentially even War Beast here instead. And that way it's sort of like in range of him still. And he's going to have access to Phoenix Fire next turn to clear the War Beast. But I think it's still worth it to like sort of force it out of him. Yeah, and we're just using our mana efficiently. It's just a matter of where do I want to position myself. Like if the young Silithar was like here where I'm standing so I can move it here, I think that'd be really good. And my opponent has 6 mana and 5 cards in hand, so there's always, like, you know, the potential for 8 gates shenanigans. Because I think that this basically forces him to use the Phoenix Fire to clear the War Beast. Because this positioning here, by putting the War Beast behind him rather than below him, makes it so that he can't really summon anything out of Frenzy range. Cool. Neat. Kaido, Inner Focus, Phoenix Fire the young Silithar, clear the egg. I'll take that. That's a lot of resources out of him just to... Yeah, just to stay afloat. Yeah, so I can just kill the Kaido. Or I could natural selection the Kaido. What do I care about 2 HP right now? Let me see. No, I'll save the natural selection because it's he can't threaten me with Heartseekers anymore though. Natural selection is still good just because of you know, range and whatnot. But if I natural select, I can go natural select summon Thunderhorn Overload, go up to 4 and then drop him down. Yeah, actually I'm gonna go that line. I'm gonna replace Kraigon. And this sets up lethal next turn. By me getting this hit now and using the removal. Because against Riva, I think that basically the way I look at it is every game that you beat Riva is you ending the game 1 turn before she kills you. That's usually how it ends up going down. So the sooner I end the game, that just increases my chances. And this play, specifically, like, not having the natural selection, like, if he Silhouette Traces out and then, like, summons something like a Chakri that I can't reach, that could be really problematic. I was thinking specifically, like, 4 wins. And, like, yeah, see the Zendo. Yeah, so I do have Thumping Wave. I have Lava Slasher. I think I have to, yeah, I'll have to Lava Slasher, Mystic. So I'm glad that we had the answer for the Zendo. If I hadn't gotten Lava Slasher there, I would have been forced to Egg Morph and then kill it with the Thunderhorn. But now, if he wants to summon anything... Oh, God. Does he have the Spiral technique? No way, he doesn't have enough mana. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. See? See? One turn before she killed me. Oh my God. He was probably hoping I would tilt and concede there, thinking that he had a bunch of Phoenix Fires or something. Like, even 8 gates there would have fucked me. I wonder if that was an 8 gates deck, and he just didn't get it. Oh God, more Songhai. And I've kind of felt that Lava Slasher really allows Magmar to excel in this matchup, when historically Songhai was the Magmar counter, because Plasma Storm and Lava Slasher are just so strong in this matchup. So Pterodon is, I think, pretty good here. We don't have to worry about Heart Seekers from Kalios, so the Blood Tier isn't as good. Suppose we do that, because we got 3, 4, 5. A little bit card draw. Oh man, Dagonas. So Dagonas are really interesting in this matchup too, because Songhai can't really afford to put resources into an 8/8 to get their minion back. And if they Onyx Bear seal it, then they lose their minion anyway. Oh God, Tuskboar. Rude. Alright, so be it. Tuskboar is a pretty interesting minion, because it's like, it makes you worried. Like, does this mean that this is a really aggressive Kalios list? Or are they using Tuskboar just to help with early board control, and this is like a late game Kalios list? Because, like, they can do some pretty fun stuff in the late game with, like, Blade Seeker. And then they've got, like, Eternity Painter. Oh, God. Eternity Painter. I completely forgot that card existed. I would have lost that last game if my opponent had Eternity Painter at all. So, we dodged a lot of stuff there in that last Riva game that would have killed us. But we kind of had no choice. If I had played that any differently, he would have killed us with Phoenix Fires. I wouldn't have had enough pressure on him. But man, that's like leaving me pale in the face. Lantern Fox. Oh, rip. You fool! He sent it there to pressure the top mana, but now I get to ramp into Lava Slasher and kill it. And he only gets 1 Phoenix Fire. Sad. Do I even need Plasma Storm? I suppose. I would be sacrificing Pterodon, and this is another reason that Rage Binder is a little bit better, is because if you Plasma Storm, you get an egg. I suppose we keep the Plasma Storm, just if things go really, really south on us. We always have that release valve. And if he's playing Sentinels, like if he summons a Mind Cage Oni, we don't really care if we give him a Plasma Storm. But based on... Now, here's the thing. I think that Plasma Storm kills Basilisks, right? The Vanar Sentinel. Even though they're supposed to gain +3/+3. I think that Plasma Storm kills them before they gain their stats, but Mind Cage Oni has base stats of 4 attacks, so it doesn't actually die to Plasma Storm when it transforms. So, I don't know what's going on with the Sentinels. Plasma Storm is just, like, so clunky interacting with them, because sometimes they have 3 attack and sometimes they don't. And it's just a matter of how those effects stack. Burns a Geomancer. Okay, so this is like a late game list. We can just keep pressuring him here. Spelljammer becomes a really good on-curve play for us. But, yeah, probably better just to do that. Secretly want a Lava Slash with the Spelljammer. But I think this is a little better. And I'm going to heal myself with the Mystic. Healing the Lava Slasher would be a really big value play, but against Songhai specifically, I value keeping my HP as high as possible. A lot of Songhai decks can deal like 25 to 30 damage pretty consistently, but when they're forced to like scrape the bottom of the barrel to fish for those extra points of damage sometimes is what can buy you than a couple turns that you need to close the game out, and this just gets us more bodies on board. A lot of decks that have Geomancer in it typically have it as a one of, because some games you need the Phoenix Fires, and some games you really need to keep your original Bloodbound spell. That's really smart. He's blinking the Katara up here. Basically, if I want to kill the Katara, I'd have to step away with my general and create more distance. Oh! And this was, of course, one of the reasons I didn't Lava Slasher the Spelljammers, because it's still left with HP, and he still gets to do that same play. So I can Lava Slasher the Spelljammer. Actually, what I should do is natural selection the Katara. Use the Pterodon and the Young Silithar to kill the Spelljammer, and then Earth Sphere. Because if I Lava Slasher the Spelljammer, then I just have like a 4-2 on the board that doesn't do a lot for me. And then he has this threatening. He has 6 cards in hand, like he could just miss Dragon or Juxtaposition. If I try to block my back, he can Juxtaposition and then do Killing Edge stuff. And then eventually I won't be able to come back from that tempo. So that is definitely the play we're going to do. There we go. Yeah, so there we go, Earth Sphere. And this deck, I think, has a pretty good matchup against Songhai, but just kind of struggles in other matches, like Vanar. When I first came up with this deck, I wasn't actually running into a lot of Vanar. But now that I'm starting to get to the higher reaches of the ladder with it, we're probably going to start running into more Fae and whatnot, and that could be an issue. Taki 80. Alright, let's go. So we'll replace Dagona. We really need Plasma Storm for this matchup. The Eggmorph is really good in this matchup, too, to deal with the Mara Healer. I don't know if this is the flying combo deck or not. And if it is, then playing Spelljammer becomes a liability. But I think... Oh, God. He didn't connect. Alright. How much time we got? Alright, we're going to try to squeeze in one more game. Maybe he's tilted and doesn't want to play the Magmar matchup. I could see that if you're playing Vitruvian, because all I do is hard replace for Plasma Storm, and then I counter, especially if he's running the flying combo deck. But now we get to see how this stacks up against Fae. Grandmaster Kraigon we don't really need. Thumping Wave is pretty good because it's one of the few things that can take out Sentinels reliably. Natural Selection can be very good as well. Thunderhorns are good in this matchup if he's playing anything but Luminous Charge. I kind of want to summon Blood Tier Alchemist just so I have a body to ramp up to 4, but this gets really, really punished by Mana Death Grip. So we'll replace one Thunderhorn. Pterodon. Okay. What are the odds he's running Death Grip? This is a really good Vanar card. How badly do I want to ramp into Thunderhorn, or do I want to take things slow and go Pterodon into Thunderhorn? Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait because I have a 3 mana play, 4 mana play. I have Natural Selection to threaten what he might do if he just summoned like a 3-drop right out of the gates. I could just Natural Selection it. All right, that's cool because I can just play Pterodon. And I guess we end our turn. And we need Plasma Storm because a lot of the Faes I've seen so far have been just like mid-rangey stuff, like very experimental Fae decks. Relics of the Arcanist Fae still hanging in the meta. I haven't actually seen a lot of Wall Fae. I've seen some Seraphim combo as well, because Seraphim Reflection, the bug was fixed to make it a little bit more effective. I've seen some Avalanche Glacial Fissure Fae memes, but nothing too serious, so it's really hard for me to predict what my opponent's going to be doing with this deck. Yikes. So I can just walk away, summon Thunderhorn. Sure. The problem is that walking away plays into Fae's win condition, but I can't really get around these walls. I guess I could step down. That way I'm still threatening this mana. I'll kill this Luminous Charge. Take the 2 damage. Then summon Thunderhorn here. Okay. The next turn we've got Blood Tier Alchemist, Natural Selection. We've got a good spread. I think we'll play with this. Do I want to leave this Luminous Charge up? Yeah, I will. Because the Pterodon's going to take a Warbird here for us, but it has so much HP, I don't really care. Oh, he's got the Shimzar combo. Lame. Ooh, that's good for us. So Yun will one-shot the Thunderhorn. I'll take that trade. So I need to start thinking about getting Earth Spheres on board. What are the odds he has a second version of that combo? Because I can just summon another Thunderhorn Overload if I want. But like summoning anything like just plays into that combo so hard. So I suppose what I do is summon Thunderhorn back here because I get to hit the Luminous Charges with it. And then step like this. And I'll move the Pterodon up. Cool. Wow, so I drew all three of my Blood Tier Alchemists, which kind of help clear the Luminous Charges. The problem with Luminous Charge is they zone you, because if you stand near them, you have to worry about Razorback, you have to worry about Blistering Scorn, that whole bit. I'm down with the Chromatic Cold. We're slowly just eating through our opponent's answers. Eventually, I think we just take this over. That's his second aspect of Shimzar. Why'd he set that down to 1? Oh, for the Luminous Charge. Right, the Battle Pet. Derp. Smart. I don't get the Oni. I don't want the Oni, so that's good for me. My opponent's pretty low on resources, to be honest. I just need to worry about... Tempo Lava Slasher. I just need to worry about my health. Start fishing for Earth Spheres. I have 2 copies of Earth Sphere in this deck. Because he's done some shenanigans, but nothing that was too punishing. The fact that we got Yun off of the aspect of Shimzar was really, really helpful. Because it was able to just trade into the Thunderhorn. And I think that most of the time I would pay 4 HP to kill a Thunderhorn. Cool. Let's see. Got 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. The natural selections are getting blocked by the Luminous Charges. Okay. So we just punch that. Then Blood Tier it. Then we'll summon a Thunderhorn of our own. And... I guess I just hold my ground. Actually, if I hit right now and I drop down to 10, what could he do to me? I'm out of range of Winter's Wake. So if I drop down to 10, he could punch me. I'd be at 8 plus Warbird, be at 6. Then he would just need to have Spirit of the Wild. So I'm gonna walk away. And this makes it so that if he has any other shenanigans, then I don't get caught up into that. Frostburn? Seraphim. Yep. Seraphim Frostburn. Egg Morph. That's actually really good for us. Because we're on Kraigon next turn. See, I can Egg Morph hit and then Thumping Wave this and do 9. And basically this sets him down into War Beast range. If his last 2 cards aren't something that can burst me out here, then we can just potentially just use Kraigon or get into War Beast range, you know what I mean? Because he's just going to start running away from us now, try to burn us out with Warbird. Seraphim is problematic. Eggmorph. Oh, thank Jesus. If I step up like this, I have to worry about Winter's Wake. He would have done it. He would have done it. He could have gone Seraphim, Winter's Wake. Lucky. And the natural selection isn't really helping me here, because the luminous charges keep blocking it. But I'm going to hold the natural selection so I have something to replace. Thunderhorn. Okay. And I can use Kraigon to punch the Thunderhorn and not take damage. Actually, I'm going to replace the Flash Reincarnation. I'm at 9 mana, so I don't need it anymore. Ooh, I can use my Frenzy to kill the Luminous Charge as well. So I can step up like this and play the Kraigon and Frenzy. And then our Force Fields block that. And so now I have Force Field, which really screws over the Warbird. And now there's finally my War Beast. I only have 2 copies of War Beast in this deck because, you know, Superior Mirage is very punishing. You generally want to use Macantor to move a threat out of the way so you can go in for lethal. You aren't just going to be playing it all willy-nilly. So Chromatic Cold on me takes away my Overload stacks and breaks my Force Field. And then he can Warbird to get some damage in here if he wants. But then I still gain grow. I still get my Force Field back. I still grow because of Kraigon. So if he's doing that specifically to get 2 damage on me right now from the Warbird, then that was correct. Otherwise, dispelling the Kraigon was correct. Because then I completely lose all of my bonuses. It's like how when there's a Golem Vanquisher on the board, and Golem Vanquisher is granting Provoke to all of your, oh crap, Gravity Wells. Yeah, he's just going to concede. I think he realized that he derped. Yeah, because I could have... Actually, no. Did he move already? He could have moved and bought himself a couple more turns. But I think that Chromatic Cold on the Kraigon would have, you know, taken away that Force Field and everything, and the Frenzy was what would have won the game, probably. I had War Beast, but if he had played that a little bit differently and set up the Gravity Wells, then I don't think I would have been able to get at him with War Beast. And that just set him up. But holy crap, that was a close game with, like, the Seraphims and stuff. And, I mean, my spider senses were tingling on that turn, because I was like, if he has Seraphim plus junk, then he, like, you know, hits me with a Seraphim, and then hits me with his General and Warbirds and everything, and then I don't have a board. But anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. Again, the deck list will be in the description along with an import code, so you can import the deck directly to your client and fill in whatever card you might be missing as you see fit. Again, I suppose just to touch on the deck a little bit, Ragebinder is a really good substitution perhaps for the 3-drop. The Spelljammers I ended up not playing, but in matchups where we need to fish for certain pieces, this is basically our only source of card draw, and we really need it. Besides Thunderhorn, maybe you could run Earth Sister, which was a consideration. But all in all, very, very fun deck. I like the way that it just, Kraigon is such a fun minion to play. But at any rate, I will see you next time, and you have a good one.